good, y'all? Welcome back to Chris and Ruff Productions. As always, I am Chris. What's up, y'all? All right, so I'm doing a video, an unboxing video, something that I've never done on this channel. So as you see right here is a Marvel Legends 2-pack. It is Giant Man and Janet Van Dyne as Wasp. This came in today. I ordered it last week, and this is actually the first figure or Marvel Legends anything that I've ever ordered directly off of the Hasbro Pulse site. This is a Hasbro Pulse site exclusive. This dropped a couple of weeks ago. So this is something that when I saw it a while back, I absolutely needed to have, especially for this Wasp, this Janet Van Dyne. I think this head sculpt is beautiful. Of course, we're gonna go into the specifics of the figures, the accessories, things that I love about it. And honestly, guys, I don't think there's gonna be anything that I really harp on. So this is part of the HasLab Giant Man that's supposed to come out in the fall of this year. I unfortunately do not have an order placed. I know it's gonna probably resell for double the price. I wish I got it, but at the time I just didn't. I just didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I just didn't. Um, so let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. All right, so we have everything out of the box. Of course, I will bring it closer to the camera so you can get a better look. But it comes with a Giant Van Dyne Wasp, Hank Pym Giant Man. They both come with two head sculpts. This Janet head sculpt is probably the highlight of this whole set for me. It comes with a beaker, a flask, a shrunk down Quinjet, which I'll get into more a little later. Two sets, two sets of hands on them, and then right here this, oh my God, Giant Man's falling. This, I don't know what this is again. I think it's just like a little tablet that they're using for the molecules and things like that. And then obviously Wasp's, her wings. So first, let's start off with Giant Man, Hank Pym. Nice head sculpt. I'm trying to get as close as I can. This head sculpt, they had it with the 4-pack West Coast Avengers. It's a little different. The eyebrows are different, but this is the Hank Pym head sculpt. It comes with soft fabric. As you see right here on the right, I have Reed Richards in his lab coat. I'm gonna do a swap later. I want to see how this looks. Well, obviously I'll show it on here. And back here, as you see, the MCU, Ant-Man and Wasp, Scott Lang, and Hope. So I will do some head swaps there, see how it looks. But first off, let's go ahead and get into this figure. I'm gonna review real quick with the lab coat on. It comes with obviously ab crunch. So the spandex in the HasLab are a separate piece. It's sort of like detached to the figure. This one, of course, it is painted on. I wish they would have had, the spandex, a separate piece. But for it being a 6-inch figure, who knows how that would have worked when you're posing it? If it would have torn over, who knows? It comes with a belt piece right here that is a little bit movable obviously. So this body mold is very similar to the Scott Lang Ant-Man that came out last year for Ant-Man Quantumania. Some different pieces, and yeah, obviously, let's go ahead and get into his leg. So this part kind of bugs me a little bit, not too much. It doesn't hinder anything on this figure, but I wish the paint apps was a little bit above this right here, this articulation, and then of course, obviously, the feet they move, and you know, no Marvel Legends they have pretty decent articulation. Let's go ahead and get into taking off this lab coat. So it's not too difficult to take it off. I'm gonna try to take it off right here. See, it's already coming off, and yeah. So go ahead. I will move this. Let me make sure it doesn't get a little too wrinkled right here. I'll move this right here. Okay. And right here you have Giant Man. The thing that I like about this figure a lot is the red, because the red on the Scott Lang Ant-Man that came out last year was bright, beyond bright. And I like it. It's a little more It's a little more. It's not as shiny. It's more matted in a way. And yeah, obviously, yeah, you have the articulation. Pretty decent right there. Pretty really really good. It's pinless, which I really do love. For the price point of it being $50, shipping and handling and everything, it being pinless is always a good thing. So this right here is Hank Pym. Let me go ahead and do the head swap. As you see, they are a little flexible. So they're not removable. Why would you want to remove them? And then right here you have the little three little pieces on the side. This is sculpted, so it's not painted on, so that adds an extra layer. And I think the head sculpt was really decent. Very nice scan that they have on here. The color apps that they have on here, I think, are really dope. And the antennas, like I mentioned, it is the highlight of this figure are the antennas that they're there. Overall, I really love this Hank Pym figure. Okay. As you see, she has a her antennas right here. Right here, she has a little microphone to speak in, and it moves. So if you want to move it up and down, definitely you're able to. A W for Wasp on her chest. The shoulder pads I think are a really nice touch. Obviously, very comic accurate. It's from the comics from the 60s by Stan Lee. Her skirt, or sort of like her dress, her top piece right here, it hangs a little bit, so it doesn't hinder any of the articulation. So she does have okay. I think that's how far you can go. You can go as that far right here. This is pretty much she can do that far of articulation for her arm, head scope. If you want to move the antenna up, you're more than welcome to. Goes about that down, goes about that up. Obviously, you could turn it all the way around. And I think this is just a beautiful head sculpt. Right here at the bottom of her legs, you know, basic articulation, nothing out of the ordinary. I think okay, as you see on mine on the press, it kind of left a little bit of the stencil. Uh, Whatever, it's what I don't care. On her belt is her two little pods where she carries her particles. And right here is the peg holes for the wings, which I will get on in a little bit. Okay, look at this head sculpt. It's absolutely beautiful. This Janet Van Dyne head sculpt is the best part of this two pack. And as you see, her hair looks great. I like how it kind of flows on right here on the side, and then it kind of goes inward. All right. So if you are on the fence of buying this figure, buying this two pack at the 50 point price point, I think it comes with two great head sculpts, the Hank Pym, the Janet Van Dyne. And it comes with a buttload of accessories. I'll go ahead and get into it. It comes with that shrunk down Quinjet. You see the A right there for the Avengers. And also comes with a beaker and a flask. All right, so it comes with this beaker and this flask. Obviously, Hank Pym, scientist, Jenna Van Dyne, scientist. So these are cool little pieces that you can have on them. Like I mentioned earlier, this little diagram thing for the particles. And let's go ahead and put the wings on Wasp. All right. So right here, as you see, the wings on Wasp are absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I believe these are from a past Wasp, which I don't have. But here's the thing: you can obviously move them in and out, and they flap. So if you want, let me go ahead and keep her still. If you want, you can have them in and out. So you can have them inward if you'd like. You can have them all the way out if you'd also like, or if you just want to have them while she's kind of in standby mode, you can have them down. The thing that I like about this, also what I noticed, which I didn't earlier, the antenna moves. You can move it in and out, both of them, of course. Something I did not know when I was looking at this head scope earlier, so that's always a plus. And like I mentioned, I think the paint apps on this are absolutely wonderful. This Wasp is the best part. I'm just repeating myself because all week I was like, man, I can't wait to unbox this. I can't wait to take a look at this figure. Can't wait to take a look at Giant Man. Speaking of Giant Man, let's go ahead and get into some of the stuff that I wanted to do in terms of some switches. Okay, all right. So I wanted to do the coat swap over there with Reed, but I did not want to force out the arms on this figure because I just unboxed him. So the coat fabric one we'll have to do for now. But as you see, I wanted to try the MCU Scott Lane head sculpt on this Hank Pym body, and it does not look too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and do a head swap for this Wasp. First, before I do the head swap, look at this pose. It looks absolutely wonderful. Let's go ahead and do the head swap. Alrighty, so as you see, I swapped out the comic Janet Van Dyne for the MCU Hope Van Dyne head swap. And I think it looks pretty good. So if you're thinking like I want to have an MCU head on this Wasp, go ahead and go for it. It does sit a little loose, not too much. I think you're able to hold it up. But it is a little loose. But I think it still works out pretty well. Now I want to do one more swap. Okay, so I wanted to do a MCU Ant-Man helmet head swap. It doesn't look the best. It doesn't look horrible, of course. It does sit kind of high up on the neck. And I think there is too much MCU fied helmet on a retro body. But I think if you want to have it like that, go for it. The gray, the belt helps a lot, of course, to kind of have some matching and break up some of that contrast. So if you're in the mood for that, go ahead, go for it. All right, guys. So yeah, that is the unboxing for the Giant Man and the Wasp 2 pack. If you're interested in picking this up, obviously it's on Hasbro Pulse. It is an exclusive. So if you want to get the pre-order, it's available right now. It does ship out, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, and sometime in May. So you don't have to wait that long for this. But highly recommend picking up this 2 pack. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start posing the hell out of them. Oh man, I just realized Superman was laying down the whole time because I had to take the flight stand for Wasp. I think it's gonna stay with Wasp. So guys, please like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate the support. As always, I'm Chris. I'll catch you on next time. Peace.